everyone, welcome. For those of you who don't know me, my name is Aniela. I post videos about sewing, knitting, and crochet. I love fashion and crafting, and I combine these two together to create my own fashion items. And today we are going to talk about all the things I have ever crocheted. So let's go. Okay, I have all my notes here. So let's start from the bags. I believe the first thing that I have ever made and really loved and wore a ton was this white mesh bag. I used drops saffron and a 3mm crochet hook. I just followed a tutorial on YouTube on how to make it. You can see how much it has been used because here it starts to unravel a little bit. The straps are folding. It has a couple of stains. I used it during the summer like as a going around bag or a beach bag. It's just perfect because it fits so much stuff. It honestly didn't stretch over time. I thought it is going to stretch a lot, but it is quite the same length I made it. I made these bags in different colors. So here we have the orange one. This one was made out of secondhand yarn. I think I bought it online. Yeah, it's the same style, the same pattern. And this one I haven't used at all, so I will be selling it. Last year I made this little bag. For this one, I used the Drops Cotton Light in black. It's 50% cotton, 50% polyester yarn. I used 4mm hook. The pattern is basically, the base is basically the same as for this one. However, this time for the mesh, I used the love knot stitch. I'm not really sure why I have made this bag so small. I mean, I can't put it on my arm. I can only hold it in hand. My thought process was that during the summer evenings, when I don't need to carry that much stuff, a little bag like this can be cute and useful to just take my phone. However, I haven't used it. I'm not used to holding the bag in my hand. I usually like to put it on my shoulder. It's just more practical to me. Let's just see if I can put something inside. I'll put this skein of yarn so you can see. Yeah, I don't know. It's just maybe, yeah, I'll give it a try next time I'll be going on vacation. Next, I did this mesh tote bag with just one strap. So I made the base out of single crochets, and then I did this square mesh out of half double crochets, I believe. For this bag, I used the Drops Beaumoulin in Ecri. It's 53% cotton and 47% linen. I used 5mm hook size, and the pattern I just freehanded. This one is very handy. I have used it and I will probably still use it. Then we have the granny square bag. So this bag I made out of secondhand yarn. And the pattern for the granny square is the starburst granny square. I followed a tutorial on YouTube how to make it and then just connect did them together. So we have 6 granny squares for the front and back, 3 for the bottom, and 2 at the sides. Technically, it should hold like this kind of boxy shape. And here at the top, I just made a simple mesh and added these 2 straps. This one I'm definitely selling. I just wanted to make some of these. I made actually 2 more, one in pink and one like the rounded shape. What can I say? I just like to create and experiment with new projects. The last bag is a little bit of a fail. If you have seen my previous video about everything that I have made in 2024, you probably know this one. This mini tote bag I made out of drops Paris and using a 5mm hook size in 2 different colors. I found these 2 colors, like one skein of ecru and one skein of this blue in the secondhand store, but I ran out of this color, this blue color. I had to order a new skein, and the new skein unfortunately had a slightly different shade. This is something that I think bothers me the most, because these 3 shades of blue are different from these 2. And then I also ran out of this ecru color and I had to finish this strap in blue. I'm not a fan of this bag, and I think it's so messy that I just have to unravel it and find a way to reuse this yarn. Something home decor, I think, will look good. Okay, we have finished the bag section. Let's talk about tops. First one I made was this one, this flower mesh top that was so popular some time ago. I made it from secondhand yarn, so I don't know what kind of yarn it was. It feels like a cotton polyester blend, and it is in this bright blue color. For this pattern, I just followed a tutorial by Nikita Nightingale, and it was the first time I actually made this flower pattern, and it was so great. I just loved making it, so I decided to make another one. This time I think I have changed a little bit the measurements, so this one is a little bit more fitted here, at least. It is still boxy and loose, however the sleeves are quite fitted at the arms. Sad story about this one. It got colored in the wash because unfortunately I have put my beach blanket together with all my whites in the washing machine, because the blanket was with white and blue stripes, and you might think if something has white and blue stripes it shouldn't color. I have learned the hard way that it did in fact lose color, so I tried to, of course, save it somehow. So I put it straight away into the washing machine again. Then I tried to bleach it a couple of times, and that's where the fiber got ruined. It's not soft anymore. It's lost its beauty. It seems white from far away, but if you look closer and if the sun hits, you can see like this bluish reflection that it has. And I'm not really a fan of this. However, I'm definitely keeping it because, I don't know, it's just so impressive. It looks really impressive. I should wear it again. This one though, I will be selling because the color, even though it's blue, it's too loud. It's like too bright, in my opinion. With the same pattern, this skirt is just 2 simple rectangles that I sewed here at the sides, and I used a secondhand yarn. It was the Nako yarn, I believe. I tried finding the exact same on the internet, and I discovered they don't sell it anymore. So I was left with like 3 skeins of different shades of this Nako yarn. First, I wanted to make like the same top that I did in white and blue, but I didn't have the yarn to make the sleeves, so I decided to make it a skirt. As you can see, it is quite large, and it is in need for an elastic waistband or some kind of drawstring to just keep it in place. So I have to finish it, and then I will decide if I like it or if I'm going to sell it. And the other skein of the Nako yarn was in this beautiful baby blue color that I turned into this mesh cover-up skirt. Again, it was supposed to be like a top, and then I realized I don't have enough yarn to make an entire top. So that's where I decided to do some decreases for the waist. This one fits so much better. Maybe I wore it like once or twice during vacation. I love the color though. I think I'm going to keep it. Next one, again, the mesh flower pattern, this time on a long maxi length skirt. This one is also a second-hand yarn project. I had I believe two balls of yarn. I don't know the composition of this yarn. It feels like a polyester. It is quite shiny and it doesn't feel really soft. However, it is one of my favorite skirts right now that I have ever made because it fits just so perfectly. It looks stunning. The funny story is that I didn't want to use this yarn. I want to throw it away or give it away. And then I decided, okay, I'm going to use it just as a scrap yarn project, and I'm going to do the exact same top that I did. So that's why I started with the normal like pattern that is that you have these full diamonds and these flower mesh, let's say. And then in the meantime, I decided, why not try to make a skirt? But then if I tried to make it long, I knew I wouldn't have enough yarn. So that's why I changed the pattern to all flower mesh. And I love it about it because this part is wider, even though I haven't decreased in this part. So when you wear it, the skirt like flares a little bit at the bottom, which gives like a mermaidy feel. At the waist, I just added this I-cord strap so it fits very well on the waist. So comfortable, and yeah, it looks amazing. The last skirt that I have made is this granny square mini skirt, and this is made out of a second-hand yarn. This one I made following a tutorial, YouTube tutorial by Olivia Tuli. She posted a tutorial for the granny square. I thought it is just so gorgeous. I started making the granny square, and then, only then, I realized that she has a tutorial on how to make this skirt. First, I saw the maxi length skirt, and I thought that it is just the most beautiful skirt, and I have to make it. And then obviously I ran out of yarn because I had only a few skeins. That's why I made this skirt mini. I feel like this is one of the projects that looks really high quality, even though it is made out of scraps of secondhand yarn. It's just have this amazing feel. It's also pretty heavy, so yeah, because it's all cotton, and the granny square, it's like layered. It's amazing. I love this skirt. Then we have the Akoya inspired samba dress. This one I made out of drop saffron in the color 17 Cree. It is 100% cotton yarn, and I used a 3mm hook size. And the pattern I invented myself, just looking at the photos. So I repeated like this kind of mesh pattern all over the dress. Then I made the huge back shaping and the halter neck top. I have already talked about this one, that I'm not really pleased with how it looks on me, and I feel like it could look great on another body type. That's why I'm still indecisive. Maybe I'll try to sell it, or I will reuse the yarn to make a new dress. If you have seen my video about everything that I made, you knew it was coming. The rose filet crochet dress. I will never stop admiring this dress. It's so beautiful. I have to find more occasions just to wear this dress because it's just gorgeous. It fits perfectly. So this one I made out of 100% mercerized cotton thread, Performance Harmony, I believe, and I used a 1.6mm hook size. It took me about 4 months to accomplish this dress, and the pattern of this rose filet crochet with this leaf I found on Pinterest and just followed this pattern. In the meantime, I did the decreases for the waist and then the shaping for the neckline. Yeah, this one I'm keeping. This is my little masterpiece. Okay, now onto the miscellaneous small items. I have made 2 bucket hats. So this one was a scrap project, and I used a drops Paris in different colors of blue and beige. And for this one, I think I followed like a tutorial on YouTube. It is really cute. However, I haven't worn it. As you may know, I am not really a fan of scrap yarn items. I enjoy making them. I don't enjoy wearing them, if that makes sense. Then I made this cute bucket hat, and this one I made out of the African flower granny squares. For this one, I used all secondhand yarn as well. It started off with this granny square, and then I decided to make more granny squares, and then I decided to make it a bucket hat that I saw on Pinterest. I saw on Pinterest a very similar one, so yeah. So that's that. I'm definitely selling it. Last summer, during my summer vacation, I did some coasters. So just these small scrappy coasters. This one is a little bit bigger. These are all made of scrap yarn. I don't even know exactly where it comes from. I just have like a box full of scrap yarn, and I really wanted something to work on during my summer, but I didn't want to take like a lot of yarn, so that's why I picked these kind of projects, and the inspiration for these coasters came from Pinterest. I saw this photo of like wall full of coasters, colorful coasters, and I just love the idea of having a lot of colorful coasters in the kitchen, just for the aesthetic purposes, but you know, also practical. And then this little swatch of the filet crochet. It's the first time I tried filet crochet, and that's where the idea for a bigger project came to me, because I really loved how it turned out. I talked about turning it into a shirt, so just attaching some material at the bottom. However, now I'm thinking I can reuse it and make it like a square neckline. I will put some inspiration right here because it's kind of difficult for me to explain. I would still like to make this kind of nightgowny blouse or dress. Yeah, so I will probably unravel it and do like a square neckline here, and then attach some cotton fabric at the bottom and do this blouse or dress. The beginning of my crochet journey, I was obsessively crocheting bikini tops because they are, one, fast to make, two, they don't take up a lot of yarn, so you can use scrap yarn or just a one single skein will do, and they look super cute. A lot of advantages, as you can see, and for some reason I made only tops. I haven't made a lot of bikini bottoms, and if I made them, I unraveled them because I thought they are not very comfortable to wear because the straps always got loose, until I discovered that you can put elastic in your waistband. Like, for example, in this bikini that I made, I put an elastic in the waistband, and this bikini is super comfortable. I wore it already a couple of times last summer because I made it before the summer. And here's the top. It was inspired by the Iris bikini by Akoya Swimwear. And if you're interested on making it, I have a full tutorial on how to crochet this bikini, so make sure to check it out. For this one, I used 100% cotton yarn, the white in Drops Saffron and the blues in Drops Love You, and a 3mm hook size. Then I made this triangle bikini with simple chain straps, tassels, and I finished it off with some lace border. I'm not really a fan of this yarn. I don't know what kind of yarn it is, but it feels like acrylic. Yeah, so that's why you can see still some ends hanging because I haven't used it and it was just sitting in my drawer. Then the next triangular bikini I made with this blue border, and this time I made a wider strap, just single crocheting over a chain. And I think I made it out of some drops 100% cotton scrap yarn I had because it feels so much better than the other one. You can feel the quality of the yarn. From the same yarn I made this double like striped bikini. I have really nothing to say about it. I wanted to try out and probably destash my scraps. So yeah, I will be selling it or reusing this yarn to make something different. This bikini, I really love the style of this. It's like a triangle bikini that I started from the middle with the magic circle. Then I just crocheted all around, making 3 corners. I like this pattern. I feel like it could look really nice with a smaller hook size because this one is quite see-through. So if I use a smaller hook size, the stitches will be closer, and yeah, and that's the bikini. Then I made some tops. They are more of a bralette style. They not only have the cup, but they also have the strap, underbust strap, and they have a crisscross tie at the back. And because of the crisscross, I feel like these are so comfortable to wear. This kind of closure makes the bralette really stay in its place. I made these for sale, so I made in this darker pink, in this light pink color, and this lilac color. And I also made it in blue. However, the blue one is in the process. I'll show you. So this is the bralette. I added a lace finishing at the cups and the straps all the way. And on the bottom, I started doing a filet crochet pattern because I had an idea to turn it into a dress. I don't know how it will turn out. We'll see. That's all I have ever crocheted. If you have enjoyed watching this video, you can check other videos on my channel. I make sewing content and I throw a little bit of knitting and crochet from time to time as well. Or you can go check out my Instagram where I post more up-to-date about my current whips and projects, or Vinted where I sell some selected garments that I make. So all the links are down below. Thank you so much for watching and see you next one. Bye!